This Daf Yerushalmi Bikkurim, and the article Oz B'Hara edition were on Daf Yud Gimel and Aleph, the second line from the top, the two dots for Nechsei Kohen, which is in the Vilna on Zayin Amud Aleph, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 lines on the bottom. Vein Nechsei Kohen. So, our Mishnah said that Yerushalmi Bikkurim belong to the Kohen. They're his property for all purposes. Where it says, Rabbi Berachia, B'Shem Rabbi Yochanan said, L'chan Sativ, M'mashcha, I gave it to you from Mashcha. The Mashcha, the darshaning as a lashon of greatness, like the anointing of kings. Mashcha Ligdula. The Mashcha also means L'sicha. Obviously, it's anointing, means for anointing. The Mashcha, L'hadlaka. And also the mashcha means adlaka because it's a concept of eights in the mashchan, which are like oily wood, which is used in order to create fire. So all these things are purposes of which a kohen can put Yerushalmi and Bikkurim. Haisi omer ben tmeim ben tmeim. So Gemara says since we're learning Yerushalmi and Bikkurim are the same, then just like, of course, Truma Torah is not allowed to be burnt, but Truma Tmei is allowed to be burnt. So why don't we say that Bikkurim is also, when it's Tamei, it should be allowed to be burned, just like Truma Tmei. Rav Shemir said, Lo bi'arti mimenu b'tamei. It says by Vida in Meiser Sheni, I did not burn it b'tuma. And Bikkurim is linked to Meiser Sheni. Later on, in our parak, they're both called Kodesh. So we learned that Bikkurim Tameim are not permitted to be burnt, just like Meiser Sheni Tamei is not to be burnt. From this possibility, about to be Manu the Tamei. Okay, V'liatim Manu Tamei, it's specifically Meiser Sheni, and Bikkurim, which is linked to Meiser Sheni. Mavir Ata Truma B'Tuma. But Truma itself can be burnt b'tuma. Shemen Treifa is the shemen of Truma which you burn as fuel. Rabbi Zira b'Shem said, "Mignayin l'ma'aser sheni atzmo shenit mo she'em malikin bo." How do we know the ma'aser sheni itself, which was to come tamei, you don't use it to burn? Tam lo m'lo b'yatim b'tamei. We're not from this pasuk. So Gemara says, well, wait a minute. It's a different thing by Meiser Sheni. Says Gemara, Roy Livdoso Vata Marachain. Anyway, you have an out. If the Truma Meiser Sheni comes to me, even in Yerushalmi, you're allowed to redeem it. So of course you should have to redeem it. If you not burn it, you have to redeem it. Redeem it, and use the money to buy the Meiser Torah food. Lo asya da ella. Says the low o is like the law da ella. You could change the gears. It's not necessary to change the gears, but it's talking about only in the case of l'koach ma'aser sheni shikma. The l'koach ma'aser sheni becomes tamei. It says your Rabbi Yehuda, but the enforcing change it to Rashas, the Rasvil, the Raful, the Gra, to ukir Rabbi Yehuda. Like Rabbi Yehuda, who said, let's see here. Well, first of all, Rabbi Yehuda says that in Meiser Sheni, Paragimel, Mishliyud, Makuach Meiser Kesem Meiser Sheni Shalom Nitma, that which is purchased. If food which is purchased Meiser Sheni came to Tamei, then there's no second opinion. Their opinion, you have to bury it. You still can burn it because we'll be on the B'Tamei. So the B'Tamei is going on l'kuach because of Meiser Sheni. That's Meiser Sheni. And now it says Upi Bikkurim, and the Rash Raful Gran Leib Yerushalmi change it to Obi Bikkurim, Shein Mudiv Rakol, and that the pasuk is Tamei is talking about not just the Luch Meiser Sheni according to Rabbi Yehuda, but in fact it's going on Bikurim, and everybody will agree that it's applicable by Bikurim where there is no pidyon. Baz makes an obvious point here, but we should spell it out and read it to it. So when I came to the Parshas of Kai Bikurim, Kamkain says Parshas is also going to be Bikurim. Kisa about Lacha Beis, is going to see the Lacha Beis. Bikurim ain't roy with those, and Bikurim are not suitable to redeem. Okay, according to Chakram, we shouldn't be Bikurim to me. That's the Pasuk goes to Bikurim to me. The Heilam Shum Heter. They have no Heter. Meaning the Mutakum of Truma Tmeya. I might thought you could burn like Truma Tmeya. Okay, so Kra, like the Madam Tamei, it's like some Indian for Masasheni, it's a use it to preclude burning Bikurim. Okay, so now the Gemara says, Harelu B'Truma to Bikurim Masha Enke B'Maiser. So the Mishnah said that Truma Bikurim require Chitzis Yadayim as opposed to Maiser Sheni, which does not require Chitzis Yadayim. Tamatin, we went over there. This is in Chagiga, Perek Beis Mishnah Hey. Notli Yadayim Mechulin Maiser Truma Kodesh. Notli Yadayim Mechulin Maiser Ula Truma. You need Tirsaim like we do for Chulin, for Maiser Truma. Ula Kodesh Madbil. If you catch him, then that's not enough to just do Tefillah to Tirsaim. You also have to go to the mikveh. Tamid Amar Ein Maiser Ton Rechitza. So as there it says that there means here, like very often in Yerushalmi. Here we said Meiser does not require Rechitza. V'achar in there Mesilas Chagiga Mar Mai Meiser Ton Rechitza. They do need Rechitza. So how do we use that contradiction? Hein the time of Meiser Ton Rechitza Rabbanim. That says Meiser requires Rechitza. That's Rabbanim. Hey, then when Meiser ain't told Rechitza, that which you say Meiser does not require Rechitza, that is Rabbi Meir. Okay, so the Gemara is going to explain this machlekes Rabbanim and Meir, but we should know that at this point that it is a machlekes. Okay, so what it says, and it's going to be clarified somewhat later on. Okay, well, we get there. I'm not sure, but I'm not finding right now the Gemara, but yeah, it's right here. Okay, a couple lines from that. Tamathing, what's up there? Call tom bias ma'amid divrei seifrim. Anything, any type of tumor, where you have to go to the mikvah midrabanan. I shouldn't say necessarily mikvah, but it's also it's also things you should matame just the hands. Yeah, lav dafka going to mikvah. Anything where you have to wash. I mean, it's due to washing. Tamadi, a call tom bias my diva. So anytime Rabban acquired water for some purpose of tumah. So the time is a kodesh place of tumah. So it makes kodesh tamei, since there's the viva kodesh, and the tumah drabbana is a sheni. So therefore, sheni makes shlishi, and the shlishi in Turkey make revi. So that means it's mitame es kodesh. It makes the kodesh tamei that it in turn can be mitame something else. Who places a truma, but by truma there's only shlishi. So shlishi is the terminal tuma, so there's no revi by betuma. So there is the difference between mitame and placer is mitame is when it creates a tuma which can go spread further. Placer is where it creates a terminal tuma. So therefore, all tuma rabbanan has the status of sheni. So therefore, it's the tuma rabbanan makes a person it's mitame kodesh, makes the shlishi which can make a revi, and placer truma makes the shlishi which cannot then make a revi. Mutar b'chulin meiser. And by Chula and Meiser, since Sheni, there is no Shlishi. She's on by Truma, not by Chula and Meiser, so therefore there is no, it doesn't create any Tumah by Chula and Meiser. Dibre Rabbi Meir. So it's right Meir. In other words, the Mishnah says that Meiser doesn't require Rechitzas Yadayim, is like Rabbi Meir. Oh, that there is, since Sheni is not Oisa Shlishi by Meiser, so therefore, you only wash, you don't have to wash. That's our Mishnah. Chachamim Oisim Meiser. Chachamim Oisim and Meiser, they hold that even by Meiser, there is a Shlishi. The Apostles Meiser. So therefore, Mela, Tamitum Rabbanan, then you would need washing for Meiser Sheni, and that's the Mishnah in Chagiga. The Lo Shmiya, this statement backs up, which the Gemara said before that the two Mishnayos, one is Meir Rabbanan, but whoever said that did not hear the Amar Rabbi Shmuel B'Shem Rabbi Zira, that which Rabbi Shmuel said named Rabbi Zira, Chachamim Oisim b'Meiser, Chachamim Asa by Meiser. They say by Meiser does actually the person Tamitum Rabbanan does for his Israel the Meiser. Nifso Gufa let me locho Meiser. So Mara says no, that what is that? I've gotten this wrong. Yeah, no, yeah, right. Yeah, right. That I did read it wrong. Sorry, but I should read it wrong. Lashmi Adam Rabbi Shmuel B'Shem Razir Ma'u v'Chachamim Oisim Meiser. Was there Chachamim Aser Meiser? Nifsa Gufa Melachah Meiser. Not that the hands become tummy. His body becomes the Pasal Lechol Meiser. So that's the case. He can't eat it, but he can touch it. So then it could be that even the Mishnah, which says by us that you don't have to wash for Meiser, is not going on eating. And eating, you would have to wash. It's about for touching, and for touching you don't have to wash. So we would say that both Mishnahs go to Rabbanan. The Mishnah which says that you have to wash. It's about where you are going to eat it. The Mishnah says you don't have to wash. It's about where you're just touching it. Okay. Maikadun, what's the conclusion? Hand the tamer on Meiser Tom Rechitza. That which you say that Meiser requires Rechitza is Berotza Lecho, when you want to eat. Hand the tamer on Meiser Tom Rechitza, Berotza Liga. It's only where you're going to touch. So not to eat. So Gemara says, what's the difference? The Lo Rotza Lecho, Rotza Hu, Rotza Liga. Shouldn't be the same. He wants to eat or wants to touch, because the Meiser Sheni is a siyag. We have to eat from the wash Meiser Sheni is a siyag, lest you come not to wash for truma, and by truma you're not allowed even to touch it. So therefore, if we're making Meiser Sheni awesome, requiring the Zil Yadayim because of the similarity to truma, so then it shouldn't make any difference if we're touching it or if you're eating it or just touching it, because it's touching apostles truma as well. So the one says, "Ela mishum netilas srach." So they that which it says by Chagiga, the Meiser told netilas yadayim, it's about where you're eating bread, because the guys are netila on account of srach truma, and where you're eating the bread. That which it says in our Mishnah that ain't told netilas yadayim, it's about by where you're eating mishum eating peros. And by Pedros, they didn't make such a takana. So that's what you're saying. The srach, yes, it's a srach literally means, and it's an account of a sorry to translate srach, a taste of truma, an affinity to truma. So they only, since it's an account of an affinity to truma, so therefore they didn't actually ask it across the board, just like truma, but they said, okay, but you're going to eat bread of Meiser Sheni, you should wash, just like truma. when eating fruit, it's not so necessary. So that's the Tzilas Rach. So therefore, they were Mekel. And the Mishnah which says that you have to wash, so when you're eating bread of Ma'aser Sheni. And the Mishnah which says that you don't have to wash is when you're eating fruit of Ma'aser Sheni. So that's me. It's nice. Okay, where I was going to ask on this, but one thing on Truma, and the Mishnah Chayil says Truma, that's clean on the Tzilas Rach. That's the actual Tila, but we'll get that tomorrow because that is away tomorrow's daf.